Soundwaves Christmas without Mr. John Stanley stopping by for a little chit-chat.
Oh, my God. You know, you're right. I've been doing this show since I met Dennis back in 1995.
For God's sakes, that's forever ago.
One of the most unforgettable years of my life.
So, John, we always talk about your books and and the show and all that sort of stuff, but I kind of want to go back further than that because, one of the things about Soundwaves Christmas is we do like to, and especially like this year, we're doing our 40th anniversary. So we're looking back a little bit. So you obviously love movies, but what got you started with your love of movies?
Well, I grew up in Oakland. I was 3 to 4 years old, and my dad and I would cross the Bay Bridge on an old trolley car. It's long gone. And it would drop you off on Market Street. So we'd walk down to 5th and Market, strangely enough, only a block away from the San Francisco Chronicle, where I would work for 33 years as a writer. And we would go to the Telenews Theater and see all the new war documentaries that were being made. And then when that was over, we went next door to this small theater that was sort of second run for low-budget movies like Westerns, and I fell in love with Western movies at that point. Well, 1947 comes along, and UFOs, holy cow, extraterrestrial life form units, what is this all about? And suddenly Hollywood began to portray elements of those themes. And one of the first movies to scare the hell out of me was entitled The Thing from Another World.
Oh, yeah.
Starring James Arness, of all things, to get an actor like him to play a monster. Yeah. He would do a Gunsmoke for 20 seasons soon after. Anyway, that movie was just unforgettable. I saw it in Bakersfield. I was staying with an aunt and uncle, and I had to walk down this long corridor at night. Oh boy, I was afraid somebody was going to leap out.
It was like that final shot in the
that thing was going to come out at me, yeah. And then the next movie that really impressed me, it just knocked me over, was The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Yeah.
And Gort the robot.
Yeah.
Whoa. Hey, and when Patricia Neal is trapped inside the flying saucer, and here comes Gort, and the look on her face was one of the best acting jobs I've ever seen an actress do. I mean, it just made an incredible impression on me. And isn't it ironic that I should grow up with all of this and end up hosting a television show called Creature Features? And I was able to take that love for movies. I mean, my love for movies extended to all kinds of genres. But to be able now to get up there every Saturday night for a couple of hours and set up a movie, whatever it might be.
So tell me, what's your favorite sci-fi horror film? What's the one that's at the top of the list?
The Thing from Another World is still up there on top of the list. This Island Earth made an impression on me. I don't know, it's just so hard to remember now. I'm 83 years old, and things fade away. I did 6 books, the Creature Feature Movie Guide books.
Yeah.
And I'll sit down with one once in a while, and I'll start reading some of my reviews, and I have no memory of seeing that movie.
That was a great movie. I should sit down and watch it.
Yet I knew I had seen it. I had to have seen it to
This guy,
write
John
about
Stanley, really knows his stuff here.
Wow.
John, it is always a pleasure. It wouldn't be Soundwaves Christmas without you, I've got to tell you. And if anybody out there wants to meet John Stanley, all you got to do is come to a Soundwaves party, because John is always there.
I'm always here, yeah.
And I'll tell you, he walks in the room, and this guy's the biggest star in the room. We've got people that are on radio stations and rock and roll and all that sort of stuff. When John Stanley walks in the room, the place comes to a standstill, and everybody comes over and prays at the church of John Stanley.
Yeah, several people.
See?
Wow! Holy cow! Stephen, you forgot to mention that at least 10 people pass out when I walk into the room. Hey, go to my website, stanleybooks.net, and I have a new book, The Career That Dripped with Horror, and also there's a new DVD It's only $10, and you can order one through my website, stanleybooks.net.
Write it down, everybody.
Okay.
John Stanley, everybody. We'll be right back with more Soundwaves Christmas.
Thanks a lot, Steve.